Bubba was sitting in the corner, because Bubba at that time was a young boy, so he was in the corner and he didn't move unless Taz told him to move. It's a lot different story now, but
yeah.
Rewind, recap, relive. For over 50 episodes, the revolutionary force in wrestling interview.
The Dudleyz back in ECW. It was originally a much larger stable before WWE, before anything. You guys were the Dudleyz in ECW. Could you take us through how that came about, the original formation of the Dudleyz?
There were so many other Dudleys. You had Big Dudley.
Yeah.
Bubba was there. Sign Guy Dudley, Chubby Dudley. So, and even before that, it was Snot Dudley, dancing with Dudleyz. I mean, there was a bunch. Bubba and I were the only ones that really clicked. And then, of course, Spike came later, and Spike added to the. But, when I got the phone call from Johnny Rods, he said, listen, I got this kid down here that will blow up everybody in the ring. And I remember looking at Johnny and go, why would you say that? Well, barbed wire bats and tables. I was like, I want to get hit. I said, why would you say that? He goes, I got this. And, he was talking to Taz at the time, I believe. And then Taz goes, oh, really? When you hear somebody go, oh, really? It's like, oh, shit. And, I just knew at that point I had to come correct when I did my tryout. And did the tryout. Dreamer came there. Bubba was sitting in the corner, because Bubba at that time was a young boy, so he was in the corner and he didn't move unless Taz told him to move. It's a lot different story now, but
yeah.
But he Paulie wanted me to come to the ECW studio, come meet with him, and he asked me. He goes, "Who's your favorite? Who do you like? What do you like?" I didn't realize what Paulie was doing. He was trying to get me to try to come up with a character for me. Because he got the green light that I could go in the ring, and now he was trying to think of what he was going to do with me and where he was going to put me. Because at first they for Rastafarian W. At the time, the hair on top of my head in the middle was already growing thin. So there was no way I was going to grow dreadlocks. There was no way. My mother put Jerry. I thought I was going to look like Michael Jackson.
Say, oh, my brother, Rastafari.
Oh, trust me. No, you saw the pro, but you didn't see the Jerry curl. And I basically just, told him, I said, I love Rocky 3. That was my favorite movie. And he goes, who's your character? Who's your favorite character? Rocky? I go, no, Mr. T. He goes, I said, I love Mr. T. I said, I do him all the time. So he wanted me to do a little imitation of Mr. T, and I did it. And he was blown away by it. And he goes, you ever see Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction? And I said, no. And at the time, this is when they had the little mom and pop video stores. And I would go, and he was like, go to the video store, get the VHS tape, get Pulp Fiction, take a look at it. It just came on video. And I was like, all right. And I went home and watched it. And then I called him back. I said, I saw it. What do you want me to do? And he goes, did you see the Samuel L. Jackson character? I said, yeah. He goes, that's you. And I said, that's me. He goes, yeah, you're going to be that militant, Bible thumping guy right before you whip their ass, you're going to preach to them. And I said, all right, because both of my parents were already reverends. Okay. They already had, so I was very familiar with the Bible and familiar with the church and scriptures. So I knew that at the top of my head. And now I had to put that with the character of Mr. T. I had to put it together. And that's how Devon was formed.
Rewind, recap, relive. For over 50 episodes, the revolutionary force in wrestling interview.